not to do, there are things you need to put in place. There are patterns of thinking and all those things. There are tactics and there are ways by which these things are done. And I will be demonstrating some of those things today. And I will also be sharing some things today. And mind you, these things you can't just with this one, the little one I'll be sharing today, and say, okay, you are now good at hacking. This one is just a fraction of what the whole cybersecurity, penetration testing, hacking, and protecting systems and digital assets is all about. This is just a fraction. We cannot cover everything here, and that is why I will just be demonstrating a fraction. That is where hacking starts from. Hacking starts from social engineering and also reconnaissance. I'll be talking about reconnaissance also, and be demonstrating a little bit of reconnaissance, where you check, you'll be checking what IP address your target is using, or I shall be doing those things. Don't let me talk too much. So I'll quickly finish my slide so that we can have enough time to demonstrate these things. You'll see it live and direct, and we'll be able to ask our questions. Also, I'll be very fast so that we have enough time to do demonstration and ask questions. Are we clear? Are we together?
Yes.
Good. Yeah, so I'll be sharing my screen now. Okay, I want to believe we are seeing my screen, right?
Yes, yes.
Great. So, yeah, day two. I won't be going back to day one. If you missed yesterday's session, the president have said it. You can go on YouTube and watch the session actually. So I'll just move on. So today I'll be talking on something very more stuffs that are also very important, um, that we need to know beyond the dark hacking screen that we see every day in movies and all. Yes, this will be a continuation of what I've started yesterday, and part of what you will need beyond the, hacking, beyond the technical knowledge, beyond the okay, we want to learn about tools, we want to learn about hacking tools, we want to know how to break into systems. Knowledge is key. Knowledge is key, and I'm not just talking about the knowledge of tools to hack. I'm not just talking about the knowledge of several codes that you need to cram, or several codes you need to know off and off a off at for you to hack. I'm talking about the general holistic knowledge of cybersecurity, because even as a hacker or as a pen tester, you still need the knowledge of other areas of cybersecurity for you to function well. You can't just say you want to be an hacker and the only thing you know how to do is to just hack. You don't know any other thing about cybersecurity. You would fade away. The fading away I'm talking about is people will sideline you. People will pass you by. They will put you at the back. So you need to have a holistic knowledge of cybersecurity. And how do you do that? Number one key to have that holistic knowledge is you must read wide. Read wide. Read wide. Make a lot of research. Do a lot of research. Read articles, read blogs, read trends. Google is your friend. Go on Wired. Wired is a very, is a very good um, site for trends in cybersecurity and technology. Go on Times online news. Read wide. Get resources. Get resources on cybersecurity as a whole. Read about risk management. Read even as a hacker. These things are very important. Read about compliance, read about regulatory, read about the standards, different standards in cybersecurity. Because even as an hacker or as somebody that is a pen tester, you need to know about these various standards that exist in cybersecurity. Because these are the standards that will be like a guideline for your own ethical hacking. Because there are some things you must not do, even as a hacker. There are some things you must. That's why they call them ethical hacker. You are being ethical with everything you are doing. There are standards you need to follow. So you must read wide. You must read wide. No lazy person thrives in cybersecurity, I must tell you. No lazy person. If you cannot read, forget it. If you can't read and be updated, up to date, you'll be sidelined. And nobody will employ you. Because the threat landscape keeps increasing day by day. The landscape keeps expanding day by day. There are thousands of threats coming in, emerging day by day. So you must have an understanding and wide knowledge about the threats that are coming out, the trends in cybersecurity, so that you can function well beyond the technicality, beyond pen testing, and beyond hacking. Number two is join communities. The knowledge, see, be, read wide, yes, but there are resources that you will be able to get when you join communities. There are resources, there are things that you will not even know if you do not join communities. And I have examples of communities you can join, at least in Nigeria here. There is Diary of Hackers. I don't know if you have heard of Diary of Hackers. Yes, the founder spoke with us the first day of this seminar, if I'm not mistaken. That's Joshua Moses. Am I right?
I don't think he was present that day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, wow. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, oh, okay. Oh, okay. Nice. Okay, okay. So Joshua Moses is the founder of Diary of Hackers. I belong to that community also. Recently, we had a cybersecurity meetup in which I was part of the team. I was one of the team lead for the cybersecurity conference, and it was huge. Like, those are communities you can join. He started the community during the lockdown, and the community has grown beyond Nigeria. We have representatives in Kenya, we have like beyond Nigeria. So now you can join those kind of community to learn. Joshua Moses shares resources almost every day on the community group. There was one he even dropped today, and when I went through that, you know, that resource, it was very helpful because it keeps you abreast, keeps you up to date in the industry. So when you join communities like this, it helps you to be at abreast, it helps you to be updated on the trend and the state of cybersecurity as of now. So that's one community you can join. Another community you can join is the Young CISO Network. I talked about Young CISO Network yesterday, founded by the CISO of Unity Bank, Daniel Adaramola. That's another community you can join, where you learn, you meet people who are already in the industry, share resources with you, do stuff together. You partake in capture the flag event competition. Those things help you to hone your skills. Communities help you to expand and help you to hone your skill and expand your horizons. So that's another community in Nigeria you can join. Then, if you are looking at outside Nigeria, there is Black in Cybersecurity. I joined them too. Black in Cybersecurity, fantastic community for an international person. Fantastic community. There are a lot of opportunities you can get from there. You understand? So look for cybersecurity communities around and join. for you to learn. These are the places you get resources you cannot easily get online when you search the Google. Then attend webinars, attend conferences, attend workshops like this one. Any other one, don't just attend that your school alone hosts. Attend other ones you see on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Twitter that has to do with cybersecurity. Some of them, most of them are free. A lot of them are free. Attend those workshops. Then widen your network. While you are joining communities, while you are attending conferences, make sure you are using that opportunity to network and widen your network. Meet with people, make friends, talk with people, be friendly, be jovial, be approachable, be teachable. These are the things that will help you to have an edge over somebody that just have the head knowledge, the head knowledge, or even knows the tools and the technical aspect, but does not have all this kind of knowledge. It will give you an edge. Because of time, I'm moving quick. Another thing you need to do after getting all the knowledge that you want to get is you must practice. See, in this field, practice is power in this field. What is the essence of a knowledge that you gathered or you acquired without putting it into practice? It will be a waste of time. It will be a waste of energy and resources. Practice, practice, practice. Get your hands dirty. Get your hands dirty. And I will be sharing a picture very soon where you can practice and get, I said something about platforms where you can learn the practicality of cybersecurity, hacking, defensive aspects, purple teaming and all. I'll be sharing a picture now. I will send it to the group also. To the chat also, if that is possible. Or if I'm not able to send it to the chat, maybe I will upload it to my Dropbox or my Google Drive. Then share the link. So where you can get your hands, where you can get gamified lab, where you'll be able to practice these things. So by practicing, these things are becoming part of you. So it won't just be that you have the head knowledge. You will have the art knowledge where it has sticked with you. So even when you were not that you go for an interview and you just speak English and they now put system in your front and say, oh yeah, what you have been saying since morning, come and demonstrate it. Then you could not do anything. So these things works hands in hands. As you are getting the knowledge, you are practicing. Be consistent. So as you are getting your hands dirty, don't do it today and then the next time you practice again is next month. You will not go that way. You will not go that way. Whatever you do consistently sticks with you. You do it today, you do it tomorrow, you do it next tomorrow, you do it. This is how we know how to code. This is how we know how to code. It's not as if we normally cram code. If you cram code, it will not even help you because you will miss so many things. We don't cram code. We don't cram it. So from practices, those things sticks with you. So from your heart, it gets to the waist of your hands. And when your hand is pressing the key, the information needed for you to press on the screen is being released from your heart because you have practiced over time. So be consistent with the practices. Don't practice today and the next time we see you on the terminal or the next time we see you practicing what you want to learn is next month or in 3 weeks. You will not grow that way. And this is why people thrives in their job because the job they do it every day. When you do a job every day for 5 years, forget it. Forget it. You can never forget the processes and the procedures. And number 3, be known for it. Be known for it. Be known for it. Meaning, as you are practicing, be sharing your journey. You see that Always share your journey is the next. So as you are sharing your journey, people will begin to know you for that thing. As people are knowing you for that thing, people will begin to recommend you that, okay, this guy is consistent. I've been seeing him. He has been doing this thing. He has been doing it. If you need this kind of services, you can reach out to this guy, because over time he has been sharing his journey and we've been seeing his consistency. Listen, people will not approach you if you are not consistent. People will not approach you. They will not call you for anything if you are not consistent. If I'm not consistent with what I'm doing, NACOS now national will not reach out to me. It is because there is a track record of consistency. That was why you guys can reach out and say, okay, this person has been, with what we saw on the profile, this guy has been consistent with speaking, he has been consistent with what he is doing. We can get at least something little from this guy. Consistency, and always sharing your knowledge, always sharing the little you know. And that is what I do. The little I know, I am ready to share it anywhere, no matter how little it is. You don't need to start with something big. You can start with something little in a big way. The little you know, you can package it in such a way that it will look so big before people. So these are the things you need to learn if you want to thrive in this industry. These are the things you need to put your heart to, you need to put yourself into if you want to thrive in cybersecurity. Quickly, so haven't gotten the knowledge, haven't put yourself into practices, the resultant effect of practices and your knowledge is competence. That is, you become very extremely good at what you do. And when you become competent at what you do, that gives you an opportunity to be visible. People will begin to see you. You begin to come into people's mind when they see that this guy is becoming competent at what he does. Consistency will help you to become competent. Knowledge will help you to become competent. Practices will help you to become competent. So, what are the other principles that will aid your competency and give you a good visibility in this industry? Number one, you must hone your skills. You must hone your skills. Now, at this junction, I said I want to share something the other time. Let me quickly share it. Let's see if I'll be able to share it. Let me open it and share so that I will not forget. Okay, it's opening now. Are we seeing my screen? We are still seeing the slide, right? Okay, can you see a picture? No. Okay. Okay, I'm coming. I will share the picture now. I'm going to share the slide now. I mean the picture now. Okay, we can see the picture now, right? Great. So now let me zoom this picture so that we see very well. Okay. While I zoom, you can still see it, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So this said cyber roadmap. Now,
Okay.
this cyber roadmap is, I told you that there are platforms where you can learn, you get your hands dirty on some of these tools, on labs, on gamified labs where you can, learn coding in security, where you can hack some virtual systems, some virtual machines, and then get the knowledge and the skills required. So these are some of those platforms. Try hack me. So try hack me from beginner to advanced level. Huge amount of contents are on this platform. One of the best hands-on learning resources. Do you see? Hands-on, hands-on. That is, you will have, resources where you can use to learn, tools that you can use without compromising a live system, a normal physical system. So it will be a virtual system in the cloud. Then another labs, lot of educational content, that's immersive labs. A lot of educational content on all areas of cyber, from risk management to labs on specific tools. Do you see that? To specific tools. Most of these things are free. Try Acme, there are free content, there are paid content. This place too, there are free content, there are paid content. Then hack the box. If you are a pen tester enthusiast, I will suggest and advise that you go and get yourself enrolled on Hack the Box. Intermediate to professional level, challenge-based boxes. So those boxes will contain vulnerable systems where you'll be able to hack into those systems, break into those systems, and then utilize, leverage on the vulnerability of the system for you to hack into them. And then with that, you get points and ranks and all those things. You learn. Rooting a box really does make you feel like a hacker. You get that. So there will be boxes where you understand, where you root the box, you break into the, that makes you feel like a hacker. It gives you that joy that you are learning. You understand? And why this is even very important for somebody that want to learn hacking is, before you can even register, you have to break into this website to register. I'm telling you, I am on the platform. I had to break before you can even sign up. So just that alone makes you feel like I'm becoming a hacker already. You understand? I'm becoming a, so if you're a penetration tester enthusiast, you're a red teamer, you want to become a very badass ethical hacker, this is the best place for you. Hack the box. So we have Von Hub. This place too, you can download VM image, virtual machine image that are vulnerable for your practices, and there are contents where you can learn, and so on and so forth. Then from there, you now move to, getting your, I mentioned some certifications yesterday, which some of them are here. I mentioned CEH, Certified Ethical Hacker. Then there's Offensive Security Certified Professional. If you want to become a hacker, Junior Pen Tester, if you want to become a hacker, high-end certificates. This one is very brutal. This is for expert, Offensive Security Certified Expert. Very brutal. It will help you to become a badass hacker. So these are the roadmap you can follow. You understand? So let me see if I can send the picture to coming. Okay, to the chat, if that will be possible. I think that's not possible anyways. It's not like Zoom, yeah. Okay, what I would do is I would upload, and yeah, the slide. Let me drop the link to the slide before I forget. Yes, thank you for reminding me, Mr. Jeremiah. Yeah, so I would upload the image and send it to your I'll send the link, or maybe I will send the image to your president later on, because there's one image I will still be sharing later. Okay, let me quickly drop the link to the slide. Type in, just hold on for a second. That's the slide. That's the link to the slide. That is the link to the slide. Yeah, so let's continue. So I've been able to share that. Let's continue. There's one more picture I'll be sharing with us, but let's just continue. I will share later. I will share later. I want to rush because of my battery, so that we'll be able to cover everything we want to cover today. Okay, so I want to try and Okay, so now practice, then hone your skill. I think that's where I am. Hone your skills. You can leverage on those platforms to hone your skill to get the required skill. Whether you want to become an ethical hacker, you want to become a cyber defender, you want to become a risk manager, you want to become a security compliance officer, whatever. Just make sure that you are getting your skills sharpened to becoming a competent cyber. Be known for quality. Let it be that whatever that emanates from you as a cybersecurity person is something that is very of good of high quality. There's no content you will see on my on my article page on LinkedIn or any other article on Medium or wherever you see my articles that are not quality, because I myself would have worked on it, read it as a user, read it as an end user to see if I am somebody that want to consume this thing, will I even stand to consume it? Will I be able to consume it? Is it of a quality that me myself would want to go for? So number three, leverage on your experience. Leverage on your experience. So as you are learning, you are practicing, you are gathering experience. You are gathering. So even if God help you, you land an entry level job. Whatever experience you get there, leverage on the experience. Know how to package that your experience that it will help you to gain more visibility. Learn to turn your skills to products. So many people don't know how to package their skills to sell it out as a product. For example, I'm a content developer, cybersecurity content developer. You can just be writing and be publishing and be posting, and nobody will want to, give a value, a return for what you are writing until you learn some skills that helps you to package your your skills and the things that comes from you to package it as a product. Yes, there's difference between giving something out free and you are giving it for an amount or for a price. It's two different things. So you must learn the selling skill aspect of this thing. How can you turn your skills? Okay, you are a badass hacker. Yes, there are so many hackers out there. But how can you stand out in such a way that people will approach you to exchange that your skill with a value or a price? I was telling somebody, okay, today, I think one of my bosses like that, Samuel Omale. Samuel Omale too is, I think, the director of operations of Diary of Hacker. We were talking about the power of LinkedIn, and I just broke a news to him that I got a contract with a company recently. I will be starting a contract this October. I said I got that contract with just a post on LinkedIn. It just started with a post. One single post got me a contract with a company. The company is in Nigeria but also has a branch in Nigeria but resides in UK. You understand? So you must learn how to package your skills in such a way that it can be exchanged for a price and a value. Yes, the ultimate goal is to protect. The ultimate goal of cybersecurity is to protect, is protection. To protect digital assets, to protect information access, to protect information system, critical infrastructures, and so on and so forth. So whatever you do at all, whether you are attacking, you are defending, you are investigating, you are auditing, you are educating, it must be to protect, and it must be towards the goal of protecting an asset. So you attack to protect. You see, you are attacking, but the ultimate goal or reason why you are attacking is so that you can protect that system you are attacking. You are breaking into a system because you want to protect the system. Because breaking into it means there are vulnerabilities that needed to be attended to so that it can harden that system and avoid the system from being vulnerable the next time. So when they call you as an hacker and say, okay, come and look at us, systems and networks, come and attack it, break into it. Why you are doing that is because they want to protect that system or that network or the organization beyond what can be broken into. So if you are called upon to say, okay, we want you to come and help us defend using security monitoring tools, using risk management procedures, using compliance and governance and all those cybersecurity best practices, you are doing that so that you can protect. If you are called upon to come and investigate a cybersecurity case so that you can find evidences, you can discover evidences to be used in the court of law, so that they are doing that so that you can protect the organization. If they call you to say, okay, we want you to come and audit our IT security, infrastructure. We want you to come and audit our organization to see if our IT security program or implementation meets up with the normal standard, cybersecurity standard. You are doing that to protect. If they call you, okay, come and educate our employees, come and educate our end users on cybersecurity and best practices, you are educating them to protect. So the goal, the ultimate goal is to protect. The ultimate goal of cybersecurity is to protect whatever you are doing as an ethical cybersecurity expert or as a cybersecurity professional. You are doing that to protect humanity, to protect digital access, to protect businesses, to protect organizations, to protect critical infrastructures, and to protect the globe, the world as a whole. Because the world is becoming a global village. Everything is going digital now. So this industry is a fertile ground. Is a fertile ground where you can come and leverage on different opportunities that lies therein. So, having said that, I'll be going into demo shortly. But before that, I want to share a picture with us. I want to show us a picture. I said it yesterday that I'll be sharing a picture of different cybersecurity paths that we can take, that we can subscribe to, different cybersecurity paths. So I'll be opening the picture. I'll be sharing my screen. Are we together?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now this is the map of cybersecurity domain. This is version 1, meaning that there are other versions that contains other domain, because this is not all. You see, it's plenty. It's plenty, but this is not all. I told you cybersecurity is very wide. Is very wide, beyond what you can imagine. But at least for a start, you can choose whatever you want to do within these few domains we have shared here. This is the cybersecurity domain. Now, let's start with career development. So, as somebody that want to break into cybersecurity, your own aspect, or maybe you have looked inward, as I've advised yesterday, and you have discovered that you love speaking. You find it very easy. Speaking is your thing. It is an inborn innate ability for you. You don't find it difficult to speak. You can go for career development in cybersecurity. So what you just do is you are training people. You are training people. You are helping people. You are helping them to gain cybersecurity knowledge. Not end user now. I mean, for them to gain the knowledge so that they can develop their career. You are helping employees to get certifications. You are training them on certifications. You are speaking in conferences. This, a lot of people make huge money doing this alone. And this does not even need, you don't need to use any tool, you don't need to hack anything. You only need the knowledge and skills, soft skills for you to be able to do this. So quickly, let's move to security engineering. Security engineering. In this domain, you will see security architects, you will see data protectors, you will see network design specialists, you will see system integration specialists, you will see application development, security application developers, you will see cloud security experts in this security engineering. So you can be a security engineer and specialize in one of these domains. For example, I have two certifications in cloud security. I have Azure Administrator Associate from Microsoft. I have Azure Security Engineer Associate from Microsoft. I have those two from Microsoft. So I can work as a cloud security engineer. Then you can be a cybersecurity or network design expert. It's still security engineer. Then you can venture into access control, identity management. There are AIM experts, there are PAM experts. You can venture into cryptography. There are cryptographers. Your own is develop applications where you strengthen and make sure that the application of cryptography is firm in whatever system being built. You understand? Then we have another domain, framework and standards. These are the people that make sure that organizations measure up to standards. Or these people are people that sit with organizations that develop frameworks and standards for cybersecurity program. You can be a risk assessment manager or risk assessment expert, where you do vulnerability scan, you do penetration task, you do data control. These are powerful domains. You can venture into governance, where your own is cyber law and criminal justice, laws and regulation, where you deal with federal, state, executive management involvement, auditing, and so on and so forth, policy, procedures, and standard. Your own might be threat intelligence, where you source for you look for the cybersecurity threat landscape, get intelligence from different sources and use that to make powerful decisions in your cybersecurity program. You can be a user educationist, where you do awareness education, you train end users on the cybersecurity best practices. You can be a security operations specialist, where your own is vulnerability management, you do incident response, you do containment investigation, digital forensics, and so on and so forth. So you could see that the domain is wide. So it contains different capabilities. So this I will share with your president and the other picture also. So now we are going into demo. Another very interesting part. So I said today I'll be demonstrating one aspect of hacking, which is social engineering. Social engineering is a cyber crime, is a form of cyber crime where an individual poses like like a legitimate organization to send message to their target or targets in order to get information, sensitive or confidential information from those targets, and then use those information to launch an attack on individuals or businesses. That's social engineering. That is, these guys manipulate people. They use people's soft ports. They use people's soft aspects, like their weaknesses, people's weaknesses. They tread on people's weaknesses to get sensitive and confidential information from them, so that they can now use that information to launch an attack, a cyber attack on those people or on other individuals or on organizations. And some of these confidential and sensitive informations are personal identifiable information, PII, like your payment card information, your email address. I think we deal with something like this during our data breach discussion. Your email address, your username, your phone number, and all those stuffs. Yeah. So social engineering is used to siphon all this data in order to use it in a cybersecurity attack. So I will be demonstrating one aspect of that social engineering, whereby we'll be cloning a Facebook page and Gmail page. We'll be cloning a Facebook website and a Gmail website, where we'll be using it to gather password and username from users. But I'm saying from users because I will still be the user that will type in everything. This is not an attack that is launched outside outside the virtual machine I'm using. I'll be doing it within the virtual machine I'm using, and I will be the user to enter those credentials, and you'll be seeing it as I will be, taking in those credentials as the user is entering it at the front end. So that's what I'll be demonstrating now. This tactics is used largely in social engineering, where a link is sent to you in your email, and they tell you maybe your Facebook account has been and you need to do some rectification, that you should log in and go and do the rectification. You won't know. You just click on it, on the link, and you will see a Facebook page opening up for you to log in. You won't know that it is a malicious website that is trying to get your username and password. They do it for Gmail too. They do it for other websites. We can clone a different website from Gmail and Facebook, but I will not be doing that because this is for education purpose. And let me just sound this now. Disclaimer. This is for education purpose. Nobody, I'm saying it now live. Nobody should use this knowledge. You're on your own. Because when it happens, they will come and watch this video later on YouTube and they will hear that I'm saying it. I'm an ethical cybersecurity professional, and I will not, because this is what I do my whole life, I will not do anything that is unethical. This is just for education, but just to create an interest in you, see how this thing is interesting, and to spur your interest in cybersecurity. Is very interesting. If you can be doing this thing, you have that joy that me too, I'm doing something very interesting. So we'll start now. I'll be sharing my screen shortly. We'll start now. Sharing my screen now. Okay, so yeah, pardon me, I want to believe we are seeing my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Good. You could see, so let me start from virtualization. Virtualization is a process whereby you host another operating system or another machine on your physical machine. That is, there is a guest operating system and there is a host operating system. The host operating system is the operating system on your physical machine, while the guest operating system is the operating system that you are running on a virtual space on your physical machine. So that's virtualization, hosting another machine on your physical machine. So one of the virtualization, let me say virtual tool that you can use to host a virtual machine is, what's it called now? We have VirtualBox and we have VMware. VMware, VirtualBox, and VMware. Now, I'll be using VMware because it's very user friendly, and VirtualBox too is very user friendly, but I use VMware most of the time. And so this is VMware. We can see my VMware screen, right?
Yes, sir. Abi.
Good.
Yes,
You
yes.
are seeing Windows 10. You could
Yes,
see
sir.
VMware Workstation. Yeah, good. So now we have different operating systems that are used for hacking. Those operating systems are created solely for hacking purpose. And one of those operating systems is Parrot OS. But the popularly used one or popularly known one is Kali Linux. Kali Linux. Kali Linux. But I will not be using Kali Linux. I'll be using Parrot OS. I love Parrot OS. I don't know. I just love using Parrot OS more than Kali Linux. So this is Parrot OS, and I'll be launching Parrot OS right now, and we'll start the demo. Powering it on. Can we still see my screen?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, we could see Parrot OS, right? Does everybody hear me?
Yes,
Can
yes,
anybody hear
yes,
me?
yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
We can see, sir.
Good. Parrot OS is loading, so it will take a few seconds or some minutes where it loads, and we could see the login GUI, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to be logging in now.
Yes, sir.
Great. I'm sorry, I'm trying to see. Just pardon me. Okay, great. Great. Okay, so I'll be logging in now. Okay, we could see the desktop, the interface, right?
Sir.
Good. Yeah. So
Yes, sir.
now this is the interface of Parrot OS, and you could see that there is nothing serious on the desktop because the operating system is solely for hacking. So if you want to access some of the hacking tools, there are hacking tools here. You see cryptography. You can use this to practicalize cryptography. This where others penetration. You see pen testing. So these are a whole lot of tools you can use. You see vulnerability analysis, web application analysis, this OSWAP, ZAP, exploitation. You can see Metasploit, exploit. You see, this is what I'll be using, social engineering toolkit. I'll be using it. This is the graphical way of going about it, but I'll be using the terminal. This is maintaining access, password attack. If you want to attack password offline, you use John Piper and all those digital forensic. So reverse engineering, there are a whole lot of tools. This is reconnaissance. If you want to do OSINT analysis, there are a whole lot of tools you can use here to launch an attack on any system and any site. So let's just get started. So I'll be using the terminal to, we can see the terminal open up, right?
Yes, sir.
Great. So now, I won't be taking too much time to talk about a lot of things. There are a lot of things I'll be doing. I will just do them and I will just do a brief explanation of those things. Now, on the terminal like this, you have to use command to interact with the system on terminals like this. And that is why I said practice is power in cybersecurity. If you are not conversant with the terminal, you may not be able to perform well, because if you don't know the right command to type, the system will not respond to you. It won't give you your desired feedback. For example, if I want to list the directories that are on this system now, on the current or the files that are on the current directory I am in now, if I want to list it, the command to listing it is ls. You see, ls, enter. It listed all the folders or directories that are in this directory. Now, let me show you this directory now. Let me show you. You see that I opened Cyber Apostle. You see? Now, let us correlate this. You could see the window I just opened now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so
Yes,
let
sir.
us correlate it. Let's correlate it. Let me put it by side so that you understand what I'm trying to say. So let's correlate this. Now, this is desktop on the terminal, right? This is desktop on the user interface, the graphical user interface. This is downloads. This is downloads. So the terminal, you can use the terminal to access the files and the folder on the system, the same way you can use graphical user interface to access those files and folders. For example, if I want to look at what is in documents, there's nothing there. I want to look at a folder where there's something. If I want to look at what is in social engineer toolkit, now I could double click easily on, let me go back. Okay, that's home. I could double click easily on social engineer tool. It will open it for me. Now, but here you have to use command to tell it to open that social engineer toolkit on the terminal. And what's the command? We call it cd. cd. Then I will just type social engineer toolkit like this. As I type it, yes, the exact name that is being written on the folder. If you miss it, it will tell you there is no. Okay, let's just, for example, I miss it now. You see, cd, no such file or directory. You see, the exact. So the exact, when you enter, you see, it has gone to the folder, but it has not shown us. You see that the folder is listed in front now. You could see it. This is what I highlighted. You see now? If you check here, you see that it was not listed, right?
Yes.
Yes. So this hyphen, or is it hyphen now? This dash means we are at the home directory. This dash, we are at the home directory. When I change it to root directory, you will see that this thing will change. We are at the home directory. Now, home directory contains all the the directories and the folder of that present present user that we are using. That's cyber apostle. That's the present user. So now we are in social engineer toolkit. So if you want to see everything that is listed as it is listed in this place, you could see my mouse, right? Moving in this
Yes,
area.
sir.
Yes.
Yeah. If you want to see it, I will click ls. You see that? It listed modules. See modules here. See modules here. See readme here. See readme here. I'm demonstrating this so that you can see, because when we get to demonstrating what I want to demonstrate, I will not be explaining all these things. I will just be doing what I'm doing. Just be checking. So that you understand the rudiments of these things. So now this I've been able to show the folders that we have here with command. Now, why hackers we want to use command line or terminal is because it is faster than graphical user interface. You could see that I will have to double click, be clicking and be clicking back and forth. Who has that time? There are a lot of things to do. With one command, you can easily open. For example, I want to go into modules now. Module is a folder. Or okay, I want to read what is in Docker file. Okay, on the terminal. How do I do it? If I want it to be seen on the terminal, I will just type cat Docker file. If it, you see, that's what is inside the Docker file. Could you see that? You see that? See. Now, let me open the Docker file from here. Let's correlate so that you not think I'm lying. You see that? You see that it's the same thing, the same content. This is the cat is the command for reading files. Yes, is the command for reading files. That's the command to read files. You see
I
that
have
now?
a question, sir.
Okay, go on.
Typing on the terminal, is it case sensitive? Like
It's
they
case,
say that it's
yeah,
coming sensitive.
it's case sensitive because there are, for example, if okay, let's try it and let's see so that we just demonstrate. Do you see that? Did you read it for you? No.
No,
Yes, that means it is case sensitive.
sensitive.
So it is case sensitive. You see, you could not read what we have there. You see that? So it is case sensitive. So you have to type it in small letter because there are other stuffs you will need to type in capital letter that the way it has been programmed, it will not recognize it. So I've been able to demonstrate how you open files. These are Linus fundamental understanding. These are fundamental knowledge of Linus that you have to have. These are fundamental, they are advanced as an ethical hacker. These ones are just fundamental for the purpose of what we want to demonstrate, for the purpose of what we want to demonstrate. Then there's something called sudo. Sudo. Sudo means super user do. Sudo, super user do. That is, yes, sudo. That is, you are trying to perform an administrative task on the system. Just like Windows, if you want to install something, it will ask for administrative permission, right? Good. So in Linux too, it's the way for you to confirm as a way of administrator performing an administrative task is by using sudo, super user do. So for example, if okay, we'll still get there. I will demonstrate what sudo is. Okay, for example, if I want to update this, I want to update some packages on this Linux system now. That update I want to do is an administrative task. Do you understand? So now, if I want to do that, I will have to use sudo. For example, if I'm not using sudo to update now, for example, I want to update, I just type apt update. You see, would not problem. So, but when you use sudo, you see, it asks for password because you are doing it as a. You see that it's working now, right? Is somebody
Yes,
seeing
sir.
this?
I'm seeing it.
Good. So it didn't work the other time because you see permission denied. I mean, could you see this permission denied? Can you see
Yes,
it?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Because
sir.
I am not doing it as an administrator. It denied the permission. See, denied. So sudo is the same way of using an administrative permission in Windows. So that's how we use it in the terminal here. Now, having said all these things, having said all these things, that you need a very good knowledge of Linux and the command line for you to be a very good ethical hacker or hacker, as the case may be. So now we have already entered into the social engineer toolkit. Now, social engineer toolkit is a software designed to help ethical hackers to demonstrate, um, you know, the tactics used in social engineering and to also use it for penetration testing for businesses, for organizations, so that simulate social engineering attack. That is the major reason why it was created. But now, bad hackers, black hat hackers, they are using this tool now to launch attack at businesses and organizations. But that was not what it was created for in the first place. The goal behind it, or the objective of this tool before, was for education purpose and also for social engineering simulation in organizations. So, and using it now and demonstrating it to you, saying that this is for education purpose. Now, before I even go there, now, how that is, you first install. So let's do it this way. Let me start from installing. Let me start from installing Social Engineer Toolkit, so that you see how you can start from beginning. If I just go into simulation now, you won't know how you get it onto your system, because this one I downloaded it. I downloaded it on the system. So how do you download it on the system? So let's go to our web browser. How many of us know about GitHub? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, good. Yeah, push. Getting the, we'll be cloning social engineer toolkit from GitHub. I pray the network is very okay. Be cloning it from GitHub. No, 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 no. I want to, you have to copy the clone this thing and then use it on the terminal. I don't know it offhand. It's long. So, uh, Okay, so I think the network is a bit okay. Oh, already exists. Okay. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Okay, okay. Let me clone it. Let me clone it into desktop. It's already existing here. Here. Let me clone it into desktop. Okay. CD desktop. Okay. So now I'm trying to download social engineer toolkit onto the desktop so that I will be able to access it from there and then use it to launch whatever I want to launch, or use it for the simulation I want to perform. So this is how you do it. Clone it from GitHub, from Trusted Security. That's the organization that produced it. So yeah. So when you clone it like that, it gets on your system so that you can use. Okay, while that is going on, okay, I don't need to even do this. I'm just showing you how to, get it from where it is resident on the internet onto your own system, on your own Linux system. So I'm going to be stopping this anyways. Okay, so having done that, let's just move quickly. So right now, I'm going back. So right now, let's enter into social engineer toolkit. Now, after you might have downloaded it, you will need to install it. You install it with this setup pi. I've already installed it. So let's just go to, because of time, let's just go to launching it. How do you launch it? You launch it with this toolkit, this one. You launch it with this. So launching it, you use sudo and type set toolkit. Then it will start. Hope we can see it. Good, good. So now this is the menu options that we can use, different options from the home menu. So this is social engineering attack, this is pen testing fast track, third-party modules, updates, and other. So we'll be using social engineering. If you want to know more about, or you want to be good in using social engineer toolkit, go on YouTube. YouTube is your friend. Go on Google. Google is your friend. You'll see a lot of free resources on using both the pen testing track and other aspects of social engineering track. So we choose number one and enter. So having choose number one, we see spear phishing. Spear phishing is a kind of phishing attack whereby you target a particular set of individual. For example, you might be sending a phishing email or a phishing message to the administrators of a particular organization, or you might be sending a phishing email to employees of a financial institution. That's a spear phishing. That is, there is a focus. You have a focus. You have focus. So there is web attack vectors, infection media generators, all these things. If you want to know about them, wireless access, you can go on YouTube. But the one I will be demonstrating tonight is web attack vectors. Web attack vectors. You know, I told you, I said we will be demonstrating how we can clone Facebook and Gmail for we to get, so that we will be able to get credentials from end users when they log in with their username and password. So now we'll be using credential harvesters. Credential, that is, we want to harvest end users credential, we want to harvest end users credential 3. So we have web templates, we have site cloners, we have custom imports. So I'll be using web templates. That is Facebook that has already been, you know, is a template already there that you can use. Using site cloners, that means you have a site other than Facebook, apart from Facebook and Gmail. That is, maybe there is a site you want to clone. Maybe you want to clone like a Yahoo sign-in now. Yahoo Mail sign-in. You understand? Want to clone a Yahoo Mail sign-in, so you have to use, okay, maybe mail.yahoo.com for the cloning. Then it will take you to login. Okay, let's just try the site cloner. Let's see, before we go to the web template. Let's see if I can use mail.yahoo. Now, before you start the attack, there must be an IP address where you will direct, where you will link the web page you want to create, where you will link it to. So, like an IP address where you link it to. For example, maybe you have registered a website already, a domain name already, and that domain name, you have an IP address that redirects to that domain name. So, asking for your IP address here, you see, post back in Afesta tab naming. So, you will put the IP address of the domain name, but because this is for educational purpose, we'll be using the virtual machine's IP address. An example of those kind of domain name is the ones you see that they will say facebook.com, and inside the Facebook you will see something like a Facebook. The A is 2. I don't know if anybody has seen something like that before. You know, all those URL links that you see, they call it I think typographical something, where you see www.facebook.com, and the Facebook, it is double A. But you know, because you are not careful enough, you did not check the URL, you just click it, you will know that you are being redirected to another place entirely. Is somebody with me? Am I communicating? Good, good. So you would have registered a domain name where that's like an address URL where the IP address will be used, you know, to redirect user to that, you know, that to link it to the website, the malicious website we are creating now. So we want to clone Yahoo Mail. So let's see what is the let us get the IP address of this virtual machine, because we'll be using, you know, I told you the attack will not go beyond this virtual machine. So let us get the IP address of this virtual machine. So I'll be using terminal for that also, to get the IP address of this virtual machine. So for you to get it is very simple. In Windows, you just type ipconfig in Windows, but in this place it's not ipconfig, it's if interface configuration. So ifconfig brings, you see that it brings your IP address, brings it out, and other related information. You see the net marks, the broadcast address, and everything. It brings it. So this is what we need: the IP address of this. Copy. This is the loopback address. Yeah, maybe you want to for internal reasons for your web page and all. So this is the IP address of this machine. So now this is asking for IP address here, so we will put it that this is the IP address we want to use. So when it is time for us to enter credentials and login credentials, this is the IP address we'll be using on the web page. So enter the URL to clone. You know, I told you we want to clone another website apart from Facebook and Gmail. So now let us see if we'll be able to clone mail.yahoo.com, if it will work. Let's see. Cloning the website. Do you see that? This could take a bit. Now, the site has already been cloned. So we access the site. So if to say this is a real attack, we would have created a website. No, I mean we would have registered a domain name and get an IP address that redirect users to that domain name, and that will be the IP address we will put here. Then these two will now clone this website and clone it to redirect to this, clone it and link it to this IP address, so that when people type in maybe the domain name you registered, they will be redirected to the malicious website we have created. So let's go to see if mail.yahoo.com will come up. We have cloned the site. So this is a custom cloning. This is not a web template. So let's see if it will work. What are we seeing there? Can you see Yahoo Mail? You
Yes.
see? Now, this is my IP address on this virtual machine. This is not yahoomail.com, just my IP address, and it directed me to. So let's see if it will work. Okay, I think what we are supposed to have cloned is login.yahoo.com. Okay, now this is redirecting us to, okay, let's see, okay, now let's reclone, I think this, let's reclone. Are you getting what I'm trying to do now? Because we need to get to that interface where they will directly enter their credentials, not that they will go to another web page. You understand? So let's redo. So what I'll be entering is, yeah. So okay. So HTTPS login.yahoo.com. Login.yahoo.com. Okay. Let's see if this will work. Great. So let's retype. Okay, I'm coming. Yeah, I think we see something like password, username, right? Okay, it's not showing well because I think the way Yahoo Mail did their website, you cannot just use login.yahoo.com to log in. Okay, yeah, I think you can't just use that direct. This is what you can use. I think, let me see if I can copy it and then clone. Let's see. I just want to demonstrate other sites. What is that IP address again? Okay. Okay. 192.168.8.128. Okay. So please, can you mute yourself? Thanks. Okay, so now let's see if this will work now. Okay, now it's not working because the way Yahoo Mail developed or built their own website, when you enter the URL for Yahoo Mail, it will not take you directly to their login page. Are you getting what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
It won't take you directly to their login page. What else can we use to get to a login page? Oh, let me see. Instagram. Is Instagram? I just want to demonstrate something different from Gmail. Gmail is easy. Gmail.com will just take you to a login page. Then Facebook.com. It's easy. Let me see. Instagram. Let me see. Instagram.com. If it will take me to the login page. Oh, nice. Very good. Very good. So, okay, let's try Instagram now. Connect to the 168.8.128. Okay, so https instagram.com. Okay, so this is it. So 192. So now let's see. Still taking us. It's just I'm coming. Okay, let me demonstrate the web template. Let's see the web template first. Facebook and what have you. Okay, you could see Google, Twitter, and the rest. So let's choose Google. Now. So Google came up, right?
Yeah.
Good. Now let me type in this. You see? Now let me type in a password. You know, you are not saying the password, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me sign in. You see, this now lead me directly to google.com. But here, you could see the password and the email. Do you see that?
Yeah.
So anybody that click on that website, that visit that whatever website, whatever domain name we register, enter their credentials. This is how the hacker they get their credential, their password, and their username on their own system while you are there. Do you see that? Now that is that. Let me demonstrate Twitter, and then we'll come back to the site cloner. 192.168.8.1 128. Okay, so let's do Twitter now. Let's go back. The net. I think it's the network. I think it's the network. Yes, we should be able to. Yeah. So let's try it. Let's say that's my username. What do you see here? Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
Sure, you see, that's what I typed. You see, this is the username. So this is how the attacker, everyone that visits that website or that uses that, the attacker will get the credentials. This is it, live and direct. So now let me go back to site cloner. I don't know why it's not responding, but let's use Instagram. I don't know why it is not working, but Instagram should work because it has a direct login page. So let's try. Okay, so https www.instagram. So let's see if Instagram would work. Okay, I don't know if it will work. Okay, he's still putting on Twitter. Okay, I think I need to cancel and come in. It should work. It should work. Okay, okay, let me close. Let me start the cloner again, like from exit. Let me start the cloner again, okay? So from plain state now. Attack, credential, site cloner. 192.168.8. I hope I'm typing the right thing. Okay, yeah. HTTPS Instagram, yeah, .com. Okay, let me open the browser again because I still want to show you how you can save your report and then you'll be able to. Oh, the password. Yeah, I have to save it on the on your system. Yeah. It's still bringing. Okay, let me close this terminal. Let me just exit. Let me exit. I think it's still showing. Yeah, I think I've exited now. So let's start from the clean state. It's still showing that Twitter is linked to IP address. So I think we need to change that. Okay. Quickly, let's start on the clean state. 2, 3, 2. 192.168.8.128. I think I'm correct. So HTTPS Instagram. So let's see. And if it doesn't work, then maybe Instagram, they are doing something It's not allowing it to work. Yeah, we are in Instagram. What? Is it the network that is not making it load?
I guess it's the network because it's
I
the
think
Instagram logo.
yes, I think it's the network. Okay, I just want to demonstrate using another website that is different from Twitter and Gmail, so that we can know that it's not just Gmail and Twitter we can use. You can clone any other website. And I'm using Instagram because, well, this is for education purpose. I cannot use any other. I would have used another website, but that would be very unethical because I did not inform the company. But Instagram, Facebook, all those ones are still, you know. Let's see if Facebook will work. Let's see if Facebook will work. Let's see. Yes, it will be unsecure because it's not a secure connection. It's not a secure connection. Yeah, it's not a secure connection. To be unsecure, it's not a secure connection. It's not a, we did not register this IP address. This is a normal VM IP address, not a registered one with SSL. So, okay, let's just try. Let me come out actually. Let's try Facebook. If Facebook would work, then we can stop there. At least I've achieved my aim. I've taught you what I want to teach you. I just want to demonstrate other sides. Okay, so yeah, so like that 168.8.1.8. Okay, so HTTPS. Okay, is it because I'm using HTTPS or what? Wait, that's not HTTPS. Okay, let's just do Facebook. Okay, so let's see this will work. I don't know why it's loading like this, but let's just type. Maybe it's the network. Let's just type in email there. Yes.
The network. Because sometimes when you try to open something on the internet, some websites do open like this.
Do you see that I now brought you to the normal Facebook login page? You see that? Aha. So
Yes, yes.
great. So do you see that? So this is, you see, this is what I typed in. This is the password. So this is how hackers gather credentials to launch an attack, to launch the real cyber attack they want to launch. They first gather information and the rest. So I'm done with this. Clear. Okay, so yeah, there's something called reconnaissance. Reconnaissance is information gathering about your target. Information gathering about your target. For example, if you want to know the IP address of Google because you want to use it in you want to use it to gather more information about their web server or something, we call something ping. Ping. Ping is, yeah, so you use ping, yeah, to send ICMP message to a server just to see if the server is up and running. You understand? To see if the server is up and running and for you to get the IP address. So if you ping Google now, google.com, you see? So with this, it means that the server is up and running and we're able to get the IP address of the server. See, this is the IP address, you see? So if you don't know the IP address of a website, just type the name of the website. For example, let me ping. This is a live record. I don't want to ping. I just want to ping. Okay. Let me ping Facebook. You can use all those general. I don't want to use a private website. That would be very unethical. Okay. Let's ping Facebook. You see that the server is, the IP address is different. You see that? You see? See. Yeah, that's the IP address of. No, it's not cloning it. No, it's not cloning. You know these things are in this space. So sending that ICMP, this thing is sending it to the server to know if the server is up and running. Everything happens in the space. This is the internet. You understand? It happens in the space. So this is internet. It will bring, yeah, the website to bring it. It will bring it. It will bring it. What's the website of your school? At least the school we shall know that this is educational something. So, oh, okay, the department. Okay, what's the department website? You see, that's your IP address. This is it. So that's your IP address. So you can they use ping to gather these things, information on the website, and so on, so forth. Yeah. So this is just a very fundamental. If you want to know more, if you want to know more, you need to. So this is just, yeah. So thank you for having me. Time for well, my battery is. You can quickly ask our questions, I beg. Oh, somebody is saying so. I am an ethical hacker. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm an, I'm, yeah, yeah.
I have question. Good evening, everyone. First of all, let me thank Mr. Shebu. For this evening, I really learned a lot. Eh? But my question goes thus. The parrot is, for example, if you know, if I maybe I have Windows this on my phone on my PC already. The Parrot OS, can I download it, join that one? Or so, because I don't really understand.
Okay, yes, you can. You can download the Parrot OS. I think. Okay, let me
And
just share my.
it will not affect.
No. That's why I said this thing is virtualization. That is, you are hosting the Parrot OS on your operating system, your physical system operating system. So it will not affect each other at all.
Okay,
It will
it's
not.
not like a partition. But for example, now
Yes.
in my own laptop, I have the Windows, this, and I
Yes.
still have Ubuntu.
You have Ubuntu, right?
Yeah.
Great. Yes. Yes. So you can download Parrot OS, download a virtual box, a a virtualization box like VMware and this thing. Then you can host your Parrot OS or Kali Linux on it. It won't affect your normal operating system. Not on, please, somebody is saying on Virtual Studio, not on Virtual Studio. It is on VMware or VirtualBox. I didn't say Virtual Studio. VMware or VirtualBox
VMware
or VirtualBox.
or virtual boss. Okay.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you,
Mr.
sir.
Segun.
Yes, good evening,
I,
sir.
I want to know, can a system be attacked outside the network?
Why not? They can't be attacked outside your network. Yes, because we are in the internet age. This is not an age where you only connect wired, you only have wired connection. There are wireless connections. Any system that is connected to the internet can be attacked without being in the same network with that system.
Okay. Okay. Did they have
Okay, so
uh,
the what you use, hold on, please, hold on. I just want to clarify this. What you will use to host your operating system is called hypervisor. So VMware, yeah, hypervisor. VMware, they are used to host and monitor your virtual machine. You use it to host your operating system, other operating system on your own operating system. So they are called hypervisor. So that we won't mix it up. It's not Virtual Studio, hypervisor. Thank you. Okay, so Mister, you can
Okay,
continue.
I want to say something.
Okay, I'm listening.
Hello. Okay,
I'm
like
listening. I'm with
if
you.
okay, if we make research, it because like me, I do go to YouTube all the time. I don't really get the details of how to use some of the software on YouTube. So if I don't know if there is any video that give out the